Today we'll be talking about what is probably the most powerful iPad that has ever existed, the M4 iPad Pro. It's hard to tell if this is exactly what Steve Jobs had in mind when he envisioned the iPad, but the fact remains that the iPad is now a powerful all-in-one machine that leaves others in the category in the dust. I was surprised that this time the M series chip was actually introduced in the iPad. This immediately made the device more powerful and put it in its own class as far as performance and speed goes. I have the base model 11-inch iPad Pro, which is a significant upgrade from the iPad mini that I was rocking before that. It has a base storage of 256 gigabytes, which is actually kind of hilarious because that's the exact amount of storage that my Mac mini has. To me, this is a perfect amount because most of my work is going to be done off of cloud servers or SSD drives anyway. The base model comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM, which may not sound like a lot, but when you pair it with the M4 chip, you're going to get a lot of speed and a lot of power, and I have yet to see it slow down. The screen on mine is a tandem OLED Ultra Retina XDR display. I did not get the new nano texture because I don't mind a little bit of glare, and also I didn't want to spend the extra money that requires it. There's 4 speakers on the iPad Pro now, which provide a very rich and immersive sound when you're listening and consuming content, and the front-facing camera has been moved to the landscape orientation, which makes video calls amazing when you pair it with something like a keyboard or a stand that sits horizontally. On the back there is a 12 megapixel wide camera, but since I never use my iPad to take photo or video, I really don't mind that the camera hasn't been updated at all. The M4 iPad Pro is certainly powerful enough on its own, but if you pair it with a few key accessories, your productivity will be taken to a whole new level. The first thing that has really become an essential for almost every iPad owner is the Apple Pencil, and with this iPad Pro, we have a new Apple Pencil, the Apple Pencil Pro. The new Apple Pencil Pro packs in some new features. You can now squeeze the pencil and it will actually pop up a whole new menu that you can choose different tools from. You could also tilt and barrel roll your Apple Pencil to get even more effects when you're in apps like Notes or Procreate. For my workflow, a keyboard is essential, so I obviously went with the best option out there for an iPad Pro, which is the Magic Keyboard from Apple. They've updated the Magic Keyboard this year with a row of function keys, a larger trackpad, and they still have that amazing magnetic pass-through charging with an extra USB-C port on the back. One thing that I wish that they would update along with the Magic Keyboard is the viewing angles for the Magic Keyboard. I draw on my iPad often, and if I want to, I usually have to remove it from the Magic Keyboard to get the angles that I like to use. This exposes my iPad to all kinds of scratches or whatever the surface is that I'm putting my iPad on, and it just doesn't provide as much protection as I wish it did. Since I've traded in my MacBook Pro for the M4 Mac Mini, I have been using my iPad Pro as my go-to travel machine, and it has worked beautifully. I plan on doing a full video breaking down how exactly I've made the switch from a MacBook Pro to an iPad Pro and all the productivity tricks that I've learned along the way, but even still, I have been so impressed with how this iPad has been able to hold up against tons and tons of work. There's so much more that we can explore with the M4 iPad Pro. Let me know what you would like to see in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You might see another video similar to this one in the future, and I'll see you next time.